What was the moment where you thought, I'm getting old? When I couldn't sleep without hurting something on me. Currently stuck awake because I hurt my shoulder sleeping. Sleep on the floor for a few days. I used to have lower back pain regularly and started getting knee pains. I started squatting and sleeping on a mattress on the floor, and haven't had issues with either for a decade. Squatting improves your core strength, which can help with lower back pain from herniated discs, which I have. Squatting can also compress those discs further, so, to any starting out, take it easy and perfect your form. One year I didn't get any socks for Christmas and was disappointed. Oh no, is this a warning sign? My affinity for socks, underwear, and nice sweaters is increasing every year. I'm afraid it's already too late. You have my condolences. When I was older than my doctor, my grandmom described her doctor being lovely young man. My aunt told us he was actually in his mid-60s. Very few people in their 40s have living grandparents, though that will change over the next few decades as American lifespans are increasing by 1 year every 3 to 5 years. I thought life expectancy was starting to go down. Where does the 1 year every 3 to 5 come from? I had a dream the other day about being in high school again. Then I woke up and realized I was 28. Then it dawned on me that I'm actually 38. Same. These last 10 years might as well have been a year. Same. Life seems to keep accelerating and it sucks. Pro-life rip for slowing down time. Jump on a bike at 6 a.m. with an empty stomach and grind up a hill for 20 minutes. That will feel like a decade. And GT, pro-life rip. The rip fits oddly well cause I think I would die. Went back to my university town for a wedding. Group of friends went to the club we all used to go. Left in shock 5 minutes later because everyone there looked about 12 years old. Ended up going to the oldies pub instead. If it makes you feel better, I had the same experience when I moved to a university town in my late 20s to finish a degree. I ended up getting a student job at a restaurant where most of my coworkers were late teens or early 20s. One day I heard one of the 16-year-olds complaining that she'd been getting bored clubbing lately. I'm like, wait, what now? How are you even going to clubs? You're only 16? And she told me thanks to her expert fake ID she'd been clubbing since 14, her and all her friends. So what I'm saying is maybe they were actually 12. My wife and I went to a party. We brought guacamole. We left the party and forgot the bowl. My wife and I talked the next 2 days about how we need the bowl back, and when we finally coordinated with the other couple and got our bowl back, we were extremely happy. This was me when I left my blue and white pie dish at my aunt's house after Thanksgiving. My mom had to bring it to me a few days later. The whole time, my husband was on the side of, if you care that much about a pie plate, you probably should leave it at home so it doesn't get lost. I, on the other hand, felt that since it was a lovely pie plate, it should be used and shown off. It's the adult version of having a favorite toy that you want everyone to see, but also don't want to lose. I completely agree. I've got a nice silver tray that I keep a fancy decanter and tumblers on. I often share it with guests, but I would be horrified if somebody took it or damaged it. The same goes for all our fancy or interesting dishes and things. It's nice to have and use nice stuff. When everything started hurting all the time, get up from sitting down, back pain. Getting up in the morning, full body pain. Do any type of exercise, excruciating pain for multiple days. Started taking ibuprofen like asterisk 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 TikTokos. Upvote for TikTokos. Beep autocorrect, I'm leaving it, haha. When you bring up events, actors, music or shows that everyone knows about, and discover that no one knows what you are talking about, or reading about current celebrities and having no clue who any of them are or what they do. Not one moment. But anytime I hear a song I grew up with played on the oldies or classic station. Yeah, in my mind bands like Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, Kiss, etc. will always be classic rock. It's been a rude awakening since my local classic rock station has started playing Nirvana, Green Day, The Offspring, and Smashing Pumpkins. I feel like the music I listened to growing up was fresh and groundbreaking just a couple of years ago. When I heard Green Day on a classic rock station, I was like, wait, what? All. RHCP2. Californication somehow came out over 20 years ago. In my head, Californication is near chili peppers. My wife and I had a 20-minute long discussion about fiber. That was it. We were officially old right then. I too just had some hemorrhoids. Your beep doing better? No hemorrhoids, thank goodness. However, the last 3 days I have spent more time in the bathroom than any other room of the house. IBS and a pancreatic tumor messes me all up. ETA, I indeed realize that commenting on social media about being in the bathroom also makes me old. How's your lawn doing? Are there kids on it? I told them to get off my beep lawn. Now we wait. I tried to skip steps on the stairs. Brain was totally unaware legs couldn't do it. 8 asterisk 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 asterisk. When the new person I was training at work told me she was born in 2002. Where were you on 9/11? Not born yet, Buick. Yeah, I had that chat with a coworker when we were talking about the Iraq War. I mentioned that I attended the anti-war protests, and they told me they were less than a year old at the time. I told a girl at work that a co-worker's last name was Keaton. Like Michael Keaton. Who the heck is Michael Keaton? I just read this out to my husband, and he went, oh. Oh no. Reading reviews on Amazon. That's pretty bright of you. DAAAAADDDD. When I saw 3 rookies start playing in Major League Baseball and realized that I saw all their fathers play as well. Vlad Jr., Kevin and Bo. Seeing the celebrities you grew up watching grow very old and irrelevant in Hollywood, and realizing how even more old and irrelevant you will become. I got this feeling a few times watching South Park mock fading celebrities for pulling outrageous publicity stunts and see-through attempts to keep people paying attention to them. Someone asked me for sauce the other day and I had the Urban Dictionary. At least you knew enough to do that. I saw a very attractive girl in her late teens, early 20s shopping with her mom and thought, wow, that is one smoking hot mom. For me it was when MILF beep started looking like just beep. Exactly. The other day I was thinking about how MILFs just get younger and younger. When my students told me they had never seen The Matrix, but they thought they maybe recognized the meme from its skull. I was trying to explain to somebody why a virtual machine is unaware of the host in which it resides by referring to The Matrix. Didn't help, he hadn't seen it or really had an idea about the plot. Teenagers have started to call me Mr. And not ironically. I used to be called Miss at stores, restaurants. Now it's Mom. I was telling the story of how I broke my back in a car accident. Someone asked why the airbags didn't go off or I didn't just use my cell to call for help. Both of those things were new when I was old enough to drive. I told a story of 2 of my classmates fighting over a calculator. Programmable calculators were expensive in those days, and my point of the story was different, but all they got was over stupid calculators. The T-series calculators were so expensive. They still are. At a gathering and all the younger people were talking about video games or movies, my friends and I were discussing homeowner-related stuff and the older people were discussing their health issues and medications. My friend's wife laughed and said we are now middle-aged and medicating talk is next for us all. Also, people born when I graduated can almost spit alcohol. Thanks little sign on the gas station counter, didn't need that. I have no idea what's happening in music right now. And I don't mean that in a wrong generation, back in my day kind of way. I mean that I literally have no idea what is happening. I used to be so plugged in. I knew all the coolest bands and went to all the best shows. I was giving recommendations to people. I was making mix CDs. It was my dream job to be a music supervisor for TV. Now, I don't know anything anymore. I try, but it's overwhelming. Yeah, this did it for me. It was not only being out of touch with current music but not caring how out of touch I was. Anyway, the classic rock radio plays Linkin Park. I just heard Green Day on the classic rock station just yesterday. When I realized it's acceptable to say congratulations instead of oh asterisk 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 when a friend of mine gets pregnant. It doesn't take too many years until it goes to oh asterisk 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 again, followed shortly by how is that even possible? When you realize that almost every actor and actress on TV commercials is younger than you. Hey, we've still got the consumer cellular and AARP commercials. I was driving and saw a very attractive younger guy running shirtless on the sidewalk. My immediate thought was, OMG dude. I hope you wore enough sunscreen today. Similar, but I saw a guy in the parking lot of the grocery store and thought, damn. He was 55 at least and all gray. When I got excited about buying a new bin, bought it, looked at it for days thinking how nice it is. When I watched New Simpsons for the first time in years and could hear the age in their voices, I felt like shaking my fist at a cloud. I know the feeling. The German voice actor for Homer died a few years ago. I realized there are living adult human beings who were born post 9/11. Someone out there was born